GangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Now, what was not an entertaining card, you know, there we go. We were ready for that. You know,
Hold on, whoa. I thought usually that only comes out when Edgar Berlanga got a KO. Like, we've seen this movie before.
oh man, no, but yeah, it would be PBC's offering the day after Christmas on Fox.
Worst gift ever.
Yeah, worst. Yeah, like one thing I hope that BBC works on is the type of fights that they allowed to air on Fox. Now, FS1 and on Showtime, you know, that it's straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
it could still be better. Fuck
it could
that. We need more from fucking PBC, Fox, and all these damn niggas, yo.
Yeah, this card should have been on PBC Bounce if that's still a thing.
I don't think. No. We disrespecting Bounce now. This shit needed to be on PBC Alley, PBC parking lot, PBC locker room, PBC office. You know, fucking don't even disrespect my TV putting this shit on the air.
Yeah, I mean, PBC Bounce actually has some good fights on there, like every now and then.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You know, but yeah, this card was just like this. This reminded me of like the cards that were on PBC fucking CBS, and they were terrible cards. This is how you know that we watch PBC a lot, because like I said, because PBC used to be on a whole bunch of different channels. Like PBC Sports was the best iteration of PBC, and PBC CBS was just trash. You know, it was awful. But yeah, Fox is supposed to be. We're supposed to get good fights on PBC Fox. I don't think they had. Really one. It was Rosario.
That's because we get all the good fights on PBC Fox pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They was probably kicking themselves that Rosario J-Rock was on regular TV.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Fuck, this fight ended up being too good. It was an upset unification. God damn it.
Yeah.
it's like you selling drugs. You gave a nigga too much.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then of course after old boy on the heavyweights got upset, you know they were like, okay, yeah, after this COVID, that we gotta watch our back bacon.
They dialed that shit the fuck back. It's like, yo, we lost two upsets with three. It was like what, Wilder?
Yeah, well,
J-Rock.
Yeah. And then, and then some of them were probably building up for Wilder too.
Damn. Yeah, that's like a record label. Like three of your most promising artists get murked or locked up or some shit.
Hell yeah. So they were
within months. Like, oh damn.
So they were like, nah, fuck all this. Yeah, we got once it's COVID, we gotta dial the shit back in. Yeah, PBC Fox this year after the COVID has been trash, like trash upon trash. You know, and this card was just like the top of the iceberg trash. You know, the main event was David Morrell, you know, who's the interim super middleweight champion. He didn't even make the fucking weight. And then PBC pulled a fast one. I was like, no, they signed for 170. So, you know, he's sticking to the interim belt. You know, fuck out of here. And then he, you know, he was in the main event facing Mike Gavronsky. Now, that name was so familiar to me, I actually had to go back into my own archive. And I remember him from like a fight, like in the beginning of his career, where he had like a 4-round war, which was like a 12-round war on fucking ESPN Friday Night Fights. And I actually have that fight saved in my career because I thought that shit was so raw. You know, that was one of the rawest fights I ever seen for 4-rounders. So I was like, damn, he's still fighting? You know, but
damn, you said ESPN Friday Night Fights, like you took it back. Like, is that on the same hard drive or Mr. KO? Like, who else on there? Like, you got some James Toney fights?
Yeah, no, I was saying like that. I think that was the only fight I actually downloaded from that card because I thought that fight was so raw. Like they were beating the shit out for like 4 rounds. I was like, damn, this shit was too raw. Like, I gotta save this fight. I gotta find this fight and save it. Like, this thing, like them niggas went to war. Like, this shit was like a 12, 15 rounder in 4 rounds. I couldn't believe it.
Might have to upload that or something. Like,
yeah,
that might be the Ring Gang TV. Shout out to Prolific. We got to holler at you.
Facts. But he was in the main event, and pretty much the fight that everyone was looking for, wanted to see, was the PBC debut of James Kirkland, facing Juan Macias Montiel, who's the nephew of former world champion Fernando Montiel. So it's like, so that was, and of course he's like 20.
I didn't know that. I recognized the name, but I didn't know he was related to. Okay, wow.
PBC. Yeah, they let that know like immediately, like, okay, he's the nephew, okay, all right, that's what's up, and yeah, I want to talk about the goddamn Kirkland fight. I'm sorry, man, like, because I think that's the fight that had, like, me and my father were watching this shit, and we were just like, we're I was like, okay, maybe Kirkland could actually, everyone, Kirkland maybe do something, but then of course I said it in the last podcast that dude is a puncher. So I was like, oh shit, he might get caught. He can catch something. And we know Kirkland with his chin. Kirkland's chin is depending on his conditioning. And man, Kirkland, like the one thing I noticed even before Kirkland got knocked down was his stance and his footwork was off. Like, like the footwork was shaky, and he didn't even take no punches yet.
Yeah, like he just looks so unsteady, like it's just unsafe as fuck.
Yeah, and I was thinking, and man, like my dad is like, whoa, like this guy looks like, he looks like he's shot. I was like, yeah, he does. He looks like he's shot, but thinking that Kirkland's gonna be Kirkland, he'll just hit him a couple power shots and dude will be out of there. Well, Montiel took them shots and returned them, and it was a left hook. That dropped. I was like, okay, this fight's done. Like, Kirkland literally walked into a left hook, and he was in trouble. Like, he was in big trouble.
It was a quick one, but at least it was a punch. It was like a respectable punch, though.
Yeah, because it was a quick left hook counter. It was like my dad had to rewind that because he kind of missed it because he threw it so swift. I was like, okay. He's like, that's what it is then. That's what, and then after that, Kirkland had no legs, no fucking legs. Like, he was out of there, like, and then he was dropped the second time shortly afterwards. Like, Kirkland, you think that Kirkland would actually try to clear his head. This is like the Ishida fight all over again. Like Kirkland tried to clear his, he instead of clearing his head and, try to get his legs underneath him, which he never did, he went in and got dropped again. And then the second time, like, Kirkland was laboring to get up. Like, I was like, it's like the referee should probably stop this shit.
The ref was like, fuck it. If he dies, he dies. I mean, it's not even really funny, but god damn, like, this was like Jamel Charlo and Jorge Cota all over again. Like, that's the vibe I was getting watching this shit.
Yeah. Like, you were just...
Man's went out sad.
Yeah, and the third final knockdown, like, Montiel, like, was having fun there. Montiel hit him with every punch in the book. The uppercuts, bro. Uppercuts.
Dude, a lead uppercut from, like, 5 feet away. Like, my goodness. Like...
He was basically on his, oh, you mad because I'm styling on you shit.
Yeah, like
Roy Jones Calzaghe was a 1-round knockout. This was it.
Yeah, like, and then like the uppercut split his lip, like, you can see the blood coming out of his mouth. After that, I was like, damn, like Kirkland, and like I was looking at the Twitter, my own Twitter, and then the Ring Gang Twitter, like everyone was just like disgusted and like it was like
the ref a dick for that. Fuck the ref for that, because like you knew the last final knockdown was going to be the worst, nasty, most traumatic one, and we got it. And it didn't need to go there. The first knockdown was bad, but it was a good knockdown. Let him get back up, continue.
Yeah.
Second knockdown?
Yeah.
Nah, you seen it was a problem. Like, no.
It was must be a wrap.
Like, nah, why do that? Like, honestly, that ref, like, don't even have him ref another fight. Like, suspend him. Like, that is unacceptable. I'm just sorry. Like, I'm not even sorry. Fuck that ref.
Yeah, like, honestly, because I was texting with LB, like, honestly, that fight had me in my feels a little bit because, honestly, if you've watched Kirkland, like, from, like, literally from the beginning of his career till now, it's just,
you
like...
didn't want to see that.
You didn't want to see that. Like, you wanted to see Kirkland at least try to get his shit back together. Because Kirkland's career has been plagued by a lot of inactivity, some of his own doing, actually all of it for his own doing, really. But like in between those inactive periods of activity, like he's had some brilliance, some violent brilliance, and of course we mentioned before, James Kirkland and Aaron Wolf. Now, obviously, when they said James Kirkland and Chris Pearson, I was like, what kind of pairing? I was like Chris Pearson didn't accomplish shit. The only thing, the only thing he was known for, he was a former, he used to be signed to Mayweather Promotions. Then he had some issues that led him to being released from there. Yeah.
He was struggling back then. Like, I feel like, what's this thing with Kirkland always getting into it with these, like, he gets involved with these run-of-the-mill trainer niggas from out of nowhere, like does Wilder hook him up with trainers? Like,
the funny thing is too, like they actually explained that. They actually explained that it was like I think he said he was holding the mitts for Kirkland, and Kirkland liked how.
Oh yeah, they
that's the reason why.
Yeah, like what kind of YMC's like random story origin is that? Like,
yeah, it's like Chris Pearson. Chris Pearson, as far as I know, is still fighting. Like, what does Chris Pearson know about actually training a dude? Like, especially at Kirkland, like Kirkland needs tough love, and obviously like PBC debut. Obviously, if he had won, like they'd probably be building him up for a Charlo or a Eubank.
Top Rank does a better job of building niggas up. Like PBC be throwing you to the wolves sometime. Like,
yeah, but they're banking on because Kirkland is a name, and he has power.
Nah, like come on, like first of all, you put somebody that was like bigger than Kirkland in there too, younger. Like do they not watch tape of fighters? Like they said, Kirkland won 2 fights coming into this fight. Who the fuck were those guys?
Yeah. They must have been jobbers upon jobbers. Like
dude, like. I don't even know do we even put the J on that?
Yeah.
Jobbers. Like, do we want to call them jobbers?
Because thankfully they weren't televised because, like I said, the Kirkland that
I see why everybody would have been against him fighting again.
Yeah, because like just how Kirkland looked, had all the characteristics of someone who was shot. Like it might even be a little punchy at that.
Yeah, like he looks worse than, and I've heard me complain about how bad Alfredo Angulo is falling off.
Yeah,
this guy, you could say he ruined Angulo, and he looks worse off now than Angulo.
I'm saying, like, this shit was crazy to me. Like, it's like I don't understand how Kirkland even got licensed to even fight.
Yo, Keith, what ran through your mind when you seen this shit?
Yo, straight up, it was funny because like, I told my girl, I'm like, yo, you remember Kirkland? He gonna fight? She was like, yeah, I remember him. And so I put that shit on and I was like, nah, that's not him. Like, that's that's what I thought, man. I was like, that can't be. Like, that's the
show of Kirkland.
It was mind blown. I couldn't believe he went out like that.
Yeah, no, it was sad to see, and now I'm convinced. Not even. Like, I think now not even Aaron Wolf can save him. Now I think Kirkland. I think his just what he's done in his career. I mean, everyone knows like the wars, the sparring, the hard
extra fights that he got instead of getting a title shot when he was due for one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oscar. Yes, I blame you, Oscar.
Yeah.
Because that Molina fight, he ain't had to have that fucking Molina fight.
Yeah, yes.
Angulo fight got him the title fight, what y'all did. So, Kirkland, he gets a bad rap, and he did a lot of fuck ups on his own, but he got some bullshit too thrown his way. So
yeah, he did, and of course,
I'll just keep it real. I'd be, objective.
And we've mentioned what happened with Glenn Tapia and shit like that, like how he was brought in to be the jobber, he's supposed to, and then he ends up ruining Tapia for good,
No, he was brought in to be the opponent, like
exactly.
They got their mind if they thought they was bringing in Kirkland to be a jobber.
But then they
with Van Wolf.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate. he reunited with Aaron Wolf, and then that Kirkland, did horrific damage to Glenn Tapia. But yeah,
that's the James Kirkland I always remember. I don't even want to remember no other Kirkland but that.
No, either that or of course the Angulo fight. Kirkland.
I'll give you I think what was it, Connors, the dude we had the double knockdown and he got him.
Yeah.
That one, I remember the Brian Vera.
Yeah, Joel Julio too.
Yeah, Kirkland was that dude, man.
So
I don't even remember when they were suggesting he go up and fight Golovkin. I was like, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, because Kirkland is undefeated with Ann in his corner. Like I said, the Molina was the only one that was close to Kirkland actually losing. A technicality kept him from losing that fight. So it's just like, Kirkland, like the Kirkland from the early 2000s. That's the one I'm gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember this. The one that's 36 years old, the one who's a shell himself, the one with shaky footwork and no chin, and everything is just, I don't want to remember that. And PBC, I don't want you to air another one of his fights ever again. And then
take him, Quillen, Robert Guerrero. Who else y'all got that y'all just want to feed?
And Angulo,
Angulo or Areola, all of them, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Chris Areola. We just throwing out the cannon fodder, the old cannon fodder names.
Yeah, it's not. I don't have nothing against them personally. I was fans of these guys, but I'm fans of these people' actual lives. I don't want to see nobody just end up fucked up, hurt. Like Kirkland. Mm-hmm. He looked like he got brain damage now. We don't want to see that shit get worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need to be on there. And the rest of the card was pretty mid.
Jobber parade.
Yeah, I mean, well, Alante Spots and Mark Hernandez wasn't really jobber, but it wasn't really
but if you're look, man, Michael Jordan could walk through a fucking damn high school game. It's still a high school game. You put two good fighters in the middle of a fucking jobber festival, it's still a fucking jobber festival. I don't care if Floyd walk in the middle and hold the mitts for somebody.
Yeah.
The jobber fucking card. End the story, man. PBC, get your shit together.
Yeah, no, and then I mean, I think the only fight that really was cracking was the Barrientos and Lawson fight.
That fight was
That fight was live and that was up there.
Sad that y'all made that into a jobber sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, come on. Strangle one of these executive niggas.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only fight that was actually on the level, and that might actually be the best. It was the best fight of the night. Really.
I enjoyed that fight.
Yeah, that was dope. But
I don't know why y'all trotted that out in the midst of all this bullshit.
Yeah, it's it's nice that man got exposure, but this was just one of the fights where it was just this was a diamond in the rough last fight.
You in the middle of you chilling and you're in Arby's eating, and then someone comes in and gives you a damn T-bone steak.
Yeah.
You eat some of that, and then somebody brings you the rest of your Arby's food. That was the PBC card.
Yeah. This was some real bullshit. Like PBC in 2021. PJ just texted me. He took us pour one out for Kirkland. Yes, we got to do that. And then also salute Joshua. He mentioned he messaged saying my favorite boxing podcast. An occasional guest once in a while is nice. Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely gonna change how we do our do live shows. We're gonna do more of them in 2021 for sure.
We're gonna bring back more guests and not having them be like a whole 11 months apart.
Yeah.
COVID be damned.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all only dropping an album and Ryan Garcia fighting?
I'm saying.
I mean, where the album at? Ryan Garcia fighting? You're young. Nah, we ain't got it yet. It's coming soon. We'll have Keith back here with another album when Ryan Garcia fighting Tank or Haney or one of these other motherfuckers. How about that?
Yeah. Or maybe even depending on how Garcia and Campbell turns out. You know, if it's some shit that we definitely gotta talk about. You know, Keith may make a very quick turnaround. You know,
Yeah. Doing that recap, like, hold on.
Yeah. You know,
Yes,
but definitely that's one of our promises for 2021. Like, we're definitely gonna do some more live shows for y'all. You know, for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm done with this fucking jobber card. Like, I'm just like utterly disgusted. Please, y'all keep James Kirkland away from any type of boxing memorabilia, gloves, equipment, PBC, letterhead. I don't give a fuck. Like, the guy don't need to be fighting no more.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: one of you executive niggas need to write a script for James Kirkland life. Dude will make one of the best boxing movies of all time.
That's facts.
Telling y'all right now, please, Netflix executives, one of you niggas out here, make a James Kirkland movie, please.
I'm with it.
Y'all couldn't give him a proper title shot in his prime. Yeah, he fucked himself out of certain situations, but this could be that movie could be the redemption. That's all I'm saying. Like,
word.
Y'all champion so many different types of motherfuckers in this world. Like, you know, let's champion some boxers for a change. You know, every story ain't gotta be about a motherfucker who become world champion. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They had a movie stop at damn at the at the Tapia fight.
Fact.
They just give me like a Boys in the Hood ending, you know. A couple years later, Ann and Kirkland split up. Kirkland went on to sign with 50 Cent, get knocked out by Canelo, and da-da-da-da. You know, give me some shit like that. And later on, Ann Wolf was inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Yo, PJ just texted me.
I could live with that ending, but don't give me this ending though.
Yo, PJ just texted me. He's like Kirkland's story on Netflix. The title he never had.
Oh shit.
Yo, PJ's a wild boy for that. Oh, damn, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded. Damn.
Cold blooded.
I got goosebumps off that. That shit was so cold blooded. God damn.
Like, yo, wow.
That's
but
wild.
yeah, y'all make that happen.
Yeah, yo, definitely.
Like, serious. Like, shout out to James Kirkland, one of my favorite boxers. But yeah, I don't want to see no one get, you know, I don't want to see anything happen worse. You know, just like Manfredo, like Peter Manfredo. I wouldn't want to see him fight again. Like, come on.
You know, surprisingly, that might actually happen sooner than you think.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, nigga! You're just gonna cut the stream off right now, nigga. Stop. Like, I mean, what is he on the undercard of Kasim Uma?
No, I mean, I mean, obviously, because I'm friends with his promoter, so like, Manfredo, like, he's semi-retired, but never say.
Why did I even bring up his fucking name? Like, that's my fault, but having so many boxer names in my head, like, jeez.
Oh yeah, but enough of that jobber card, man.